July 19, 1545. King Henry VIII stands at Southsea Castle, watching his fleet set sail to battle the French. His pride and joy, the Mary Rose, the greatest warship in England, is about to lead the charge. Then, in front of thousands of spectators, including the king himself, the Mary Rose suddenly rolls over and sinks. It takes less than 1 minute. Of the 500 men aboard, only 35 survive. But here's what's incredible. In 2024, scientists used facial reconstruction technology to bring these lost sailors back to life. For the first time in 479 years, we can look into the faces of Henry VIII's crew, the carpenter with a toothache, the archer with super strength bones, the cook who never left his galley. This is the story of England's greatest naval disaster, witnessed by a king who could do nothing but watch. The Mary Rose was launched in 1511, one of the first warships built specifically to carry heavy cannons. For 34 years, she served as England's flagship. At 148 feet long and weighing 500 tons, she carried 91 guns. She was a floating fortress, the pride of Henry's Navy Royal. By 1545, she carried a crew of about 500 men, sailors, soldiers, elite longbow archers, gunners, carpenters, cooks, and even a barber. Life aboard was cramped and dangerous. Each man was given a gallon of ale per day because fresh water spoiled too quickly. In July 1545, a French invasion fleet was spotted off the coast. King Henry ordered his fleet to engage, with the Mary Rose leading the attack. July 19th dawned calm and still. There was no wind. The English fleet was stuck in Portsmouth Harbor while French ships waited just beyond. Finally, around midday, a breeze picked up. The English fleet began to move. King Henry watched from Southsea Castle. The Mary Rose sailed out first, her gun ports open, her cannons ready to fire. Witnesses said she fired one broadside, then began to turn. That's when disaster struck. A sudden gust of wind caught the Mary Rose as she turned. The ship heeled over, tilting to one side. Water poured through the open gun ports on the lower decks. Men rushed across the tilting deck, but anti-boarding netting trapped them like rats in a cage. Below decks, water flooded in. The ship rolled completely over and sank in less than a minute, taking everyone trapped inside to the bottom. From shore, witnesses reported hearing the screams of drowning men. Of approximately 500 men aboard, only 30 to 35 survived. For 479 years, historians have debated, why did she sink? Was she overloaded and top-heavy from too many extra guns? Did the open gun ports seal her fate when she tilted? Or was it poor discipline, with the crew unable to react quickly enough to close them? The truth is likely a combination of all these things. An overloaded, unstable ship with open gun ports, caught by a sudden gust of wind during a turn. Whatever the cause, England's greatest warship was lost in less than 60 seconds. The Mary Rose lay buried in mud for 437 years. In 1971, archaeologist Alexander McKee finally located the wreck. On October 11, 1982, in front of a TV audience of 60 million, the ship's hull was lifted from the seabed. Prince Charles was there to witness the historic moment. The starboard side, buried in protective silt, has survived remarkably intact. Today, is the only 16th century warship on display anywhere in the world, housed in a purpose-built museum in Portsmouth. But the most incredible discoveries weren't the artifacts, they were the men themselves. Excavations recovered the remains of about 179 crew members. Their bones tell incredible stories. One skeleton, an elite longbowman, had arm and shoulder bones that were massively overdeveloped from years of pulling a heavy bow. In 2024, forensic artists revealed his face. He was strong, weathered, and in his mid-30s. A carpenter was found with his tools. His facial reconstruction shows he had a painful tooth abscess. He died at his post, trying to save the ship. Another skeleton was a bosun, found with a silver whistle around his neck, the very one he used to give commands. And now, breakthroughs in DNA testing are matching more skulls to bodies, revealing where these men grew up, from London to Spain. For the first time in nearly 500 years, these forgotten men have faces again. The Mary Rose was England's Titanic, a beloved ship lost in seconds. But it's also a perfect time capsule of Tudor life, preserved in the cold waters. And now, thanks to science, we can meet the men who died aboard her. They're no longer just statistics. They're individuals. Watch the full breakdown and find the recommended book link in the description below. The Mary Rose reminds us that history isn't just about dates and battles. It is about real people whose faces we can now see 479 years later. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more incredible stories from the past.